Kagerou Daze 1. My eyes are blinded. In an instant the world flashes to monochrome. Amid it all, the blue of a clear, cloudless sky, and a red sign, and then those two colors alone, bursting in stark contrast, burning themselves deep into my retinas. This sight now spread out before me. What is this? The sound of cicadas' mindless, frenetic cry stabs into my ears. The smell of iron intermingles with your scent. Every one of my senses pounds directly into my brain, bypassing my consciousness completely. A set of tire tracks, burned across the pedestrian crosswalk, along with a line of red as your tiny body. There's nothing I can do, not now. But when I run to the same scene anyway, choking heat sears my eyes, my nose, my head, beating their reality home all the more. This isn't you here. This isn't the girl I was speaking with just now. This is just a red lump of something. I don't care what anyone says. This isn't you. Nausea wells up in my throat. My head is killing me. My vision blurs like I've opened my eyes underwater, and droplets begin to fall, drip by drip, onto the asphalt. They were trickling out, I suppose, from both of my eyes. I opened my mouth, trying to speak, but I couldn't hear a single word. Perhaps my voice was drowned out by the cicadas, or perhaps I never made a sound in the first place. I have to tell you. I had finally just resolved to tell you. I have to tell you now. The heat haze drifted up from the street, strangely close as it shimmered in the hot air. It just hung there, ever present, as if laughing at me, as if trying to come between us. Leave us alone. I'm finally about to tell her. You can laugh at me all you want later. Just stay out of my way for now. I know I'm pretty late on this. I know this could make things weird, but your kind of selfish attitude, the way you get violent when someone makes you blush, the way your hair smelled in the breeze, everything. I loved all of it. And you. I had a terrible, hateful dream. A dream where you went away, right before my eyes. I had it time and time and time again. I had it yesterday. I saw everything. How many times will I have seen it today? How many times does yesterday make? How many times have we talked to each other in this park? It's the first time for you, maybe, but I lost count long ago. I remember talking to you about this before, many times before, and you always believed in me. You were always so seriously concerned. But every time, you always die in the end. When I bring up this topic with you, you get worried for me. You get sad. So I decided to stop talking about it any longer. It's all right. Now it's all right. I've even started to like talking to you here in this park. Just listening to you speak is enough. You've told me the same thing so many times. I've memorized every word. But that's fine. That's fine. So I just wanted you to keep talking. Because when I hear your voice, I don't have to listen to the cicadas' noise. Because I can focus on nothing but that voice. I look at my watch. It was about noon. Wanna head home? I extend a hand and you grabbed it, looking terribly embarrassed as you did. So uncomfortable with me, right up to the end. No wonder I was never popular. Well, our time's just about up. Better get going. Thanks for everything, Ibia. The noisy cicadas, the haze shimmering across the road. I hate everything about summer. As I looked up, the steel pole was just about to land on my face. When did it begin? When did it all originally begin? I was supposed to travel from the countryside to the house of one of Hiyori's relatives for my summer courses. That was what was supposed to happen, I think. What was the name of that guy with the white hair in that house? I seem to remember it being something really weird. Not that I have any business saying that. My name, Hibiya. That's pretty weird to some people too. He was really tall and laid back. Maybe I should ask Hiyori. She probably remembers the name. But I feel like I asked her 1,000 times already, a long time ago. What was that name again? Doesn't matter. Come to think of it, where did Hiyori go? I know we left the house together. Have I ever wound up by myself like this before? I feel like I have. Or maybe I haven't. Now it's started to rain. I'm pretty sure this is the first time. Amid my constantly repeating dream, the unanticipated rain painted the town in a new light. The cicadas that cried out so loudly up until now, and the hot haze in the distance. They were both hidden today. Hey, you. Yes? Did you come here by yourself? No. I came with a friend, but we got separated. A friend? Yeah, we're always together. But I'm starting to feel like I won't see her today. I see. Do you want to? I do. Good. I wouldn't worry then. You and her, you're both... Where are you going? Follow me if you want. But no regrets, all right? All right. Perfect. Let's get going. I'm sure there are others waiting for us, ready to cooperate, just like you. Cooperate? I know there's something out there that their eyes and your eyes can see. So whatever you do, never forget about today. Epilogue, Kisaragi Shintaro. August 15th. The end of a long, long day was at hand. I'd never have guessed we'd actually spend all of it at the amusement park. NA was one thing, but having my sister and her friends join me was something I never could have anticipated. Something had to have gone horribly wrong somewhere. Going back to this morning for a sec, I'd awoken feeling much more refreshed than I should have, given what I'd experienced the previous day. If I found myself in a hospital bed, that sort of thing I could follow. Instead, I woke up in a room within a secret hideout populated by a Medusa and this invisible guy. And what's more, they had apparently saved my life. And what's more, my sister had joined them somewhere along the line. I'm sure you have no idea what I'm talking about, but don't worry. You're far more clued in than I'll ever be. Trust me on that one. The recap my sister gave me was so bizarre that it required a long Q&A session afterwards. And even then, I was still in the dark about most of it. But these guys my sister called her friends, talking to them, I found they were actually pretty nice. Of course, given that I chiefly talked to a whacked out demented AI girl all day and night, I might have pretty low standards. Either way though, that keto girl was a good head on her shoulders. She made a mean breakfast for me, and I can picture her running a pretty tight family if she wanted. If you can ignore that ice-cold gaze, she might be the most normal one out of all of us, including me. It was a crazy group overall, but apparently they're helping my sister out with her eye problem. They're really easy to get comfortable with, too. After all, these were the first people ever that my sister introduced as friends. NA, on the other hand, was giving me a lot of grief. I had no idea she and my sister were connected to each other. Oh, God, NA didn't share anything from my private repository, did she? Ugh, she totally must have. Man, cut me a break. My sister will never respect me again. Even now I am obsessed with my sexual proclivities getting exposed for all the world to see. We spent the whole day at the amusement park and that was all I was able to think about. To be frank, I don't exactly remember much about the stuff we did. All I did was sit on this ride, that ride, the other ride, following NA's instructions to the letter. Of course, maybe that's not a bad thing, every now and then. I haven't felt that way in a while. After we left the amusement park, we kept walking around for a little while. I began to wonder what kind of shut-in life this girl I was carrying around led. I never thought I'd meet someone physically weaker than myself. Hey, sorry about that. Guess Mary got herself a little too excited in the heat. Wow, Shintaro, this is like your big break, isn't it? Giving a piggyback ride to a real girl? It might be your last chance forever. No kidding. My brother's a big wimp and an anime perv, so this might really be his last chance. But boy, wasn't that amusement park fun, NA? What a trip! I particularly liked how my master threw up in the middle of it too. I'll copy the photo over to everyone once we get home. Ooh, way to keep a sharp eye out, NA. How about I trade you for pics of some of Mary's creepier moments? Nice one, Slit Eyes. You're on. No, don't show her. Huh? Hey, if you're awake, why don't you walk by yourself? Shintaro's probably about ready to collapse. Just a little further. Huh? Had an accident? As we took the first street off the main drag, we noticed a crowd forming in front of a small city park. An ambulance had just arrived on the scene, a pair of grim-faced paramedics cutting through the throng with a stretcher. Between all the people, we caught a glimpse of a young man, about the same age as us. He looked worried, hands on the ground, as he stared into the face of a boy lying next to him. It was hard to make out much of the kid, but he couldn't have been more than, say, 10 or so. Huh, pretty young. You think he's hurt? Kido and Kano bounced assorted theories off each other. I couldn't see any obvious injuries on the boy, but he was definitely unconscious, lying listlessly on the ground. But there was nothing much we could do for him. As we passed by, not giving it any further attention, I noticed a change in NA's behavior. Hey, NA, what's wrong? Konoha? Huh? What was that? Hey, NA. The boy was carried into the ambulance, the young man climbing behind him. The siren lit up as the ambulance began to drive away from the scene. Momo, can we go chase after that guy just now? What? Why? Just do it! Please, hurry! Shintaro? NA, what's up? Did something happen? Why would he? August 15th. The 5 p.m. children's bell rang out from the bullhorn strung up across town. And for all of us, a long, long day was finally about to begin.